Hey, tubies, this is Psychic Bob. It is so rocking to be with you. Well, here we are, it's Tuesday, and I know I'm getting this out a little late. Psychic Bob's had a busy day. You know, for those of you who've been following, and for those who I guess you don't know, I am a full-time professional psychic medium. That's right, I do this 7 days a week. It is my full-time work. So if some of you are watching and you want to invest in a private reading, you can call my office at 571-483-2112, and you can get on my schedule. I do have openings still for this week. I do charge for private readings. My price is $150 for the hour. But in the reading, we cover a lot more than what you see here. Messages from the Spirit World is a little snapshot. In a private reading, we go into, I cover the past, the present, the future. I identify your spirit guides. I bring messages from them. I look at your life themes. We talk about what your mission is. And we also answer any of your questions. So in a private reading, it's a full hour, and I do cover a lot. And some of you here who watch every week have had private readings, and so you know, and you can testify that I give a lot of information for the money. Now, for some of you say, well, how does this work? Well, I can do phone readings or in person. I have an office in Alexandria, Virginia, but I'm going to assume most of you want to do phone readings because most of my work is all over the country now. So if you call my office, we'll get you on the schedule. I do my billing through PayPal, so I'll send you an invoice and you pay that way. That's how it works. Real simple. We keep it simple. Okay. Anyways, messages from the spirit world, though. We are getting that out today, even if a little late. But I don't charge for this. Messages from the spirit world is my form of community service. I give back to people through this free offering. And also, speaking of free offerings, if you haven't, you need to pop over to my website, robert-hickman.com. I'll put the link below in the info box. Get your free daily horoscope. That's right. If you need a little help every day, and maybe you can't buy a private reading now, or you can't wait till messages from the spirit world, you can get still help every day from me at my private horoscopes. Now, these are my own horoscopes. I create them myself. I study the planetary alignments, the transits, and I put them together. So they're unique. They're my creation. You won't get them anywhere else. But many people are telling me now that they really find my horoscopes helpful. And I want to say thank you to all of you who've been coming out to see them and to read them every day. We're getting quite a bit of people who are coming literally from all over the world. So I'm glad that my horoscopes are reaching a lot of people. So here we are, messages from the spirit world. Now, just for those of you who are new, I grab a bunch of letters every week. People write in to me. I get hundreds of letters, so I can't always get to everybody right away. But I try to go through the letters and do readings for people who are writing in with psychic questions. As I said, there's no charge for this. Absolutely free, okay? But the downside is you probably have to wait a while because I do get hundreds of letters. Feel free to resend your letters. If you've sent something, I haven't seen it. As I said, I do get a lot of mail. And so if you want to resend stuff, I will look at it. That'll help me to get to it. But before we get into all the letters today, let's all just take a moment. Let's just settle ourselves. Let's go within and attune to the spirit world. Okay. I hear my spirit guide Fletcher back here. He says hello to all of you. All right, our first letter tonight is from Rashina. Hi, Rashina. Rashina writes, she says, Dearest Bob, my brother came to see me this evening and does not want to give me anything that my mother has left me. I feel so sad. He said that though that my mother left me all the belongings and the property, he does not want me to have either the property or money or belongings. I did everything for her in her last stages of life. Please help me if you can. Rashina. Hi, hon. You know what we have going on here. This is a case of an older soul and a younger soul in conflict. Your brother is a younger soul. As a younger soul, he operates from a place of fear. So his idea is, I have to control everything, I have to control everybody, and he's seizing power. He thinks by taking the money, taking the property, that he's in control. And this really comes from a place of fear, not a place of enlightenment. My advice to you would be to speak to an attorney, because if your mother did leave a will, you are legally entitled to your share of the estate. Don't be afraid to step up and claim what is rightfully yours. I do feel that you are meant to have what she wanted you to have. And for him to come in and take control and push you out is really just a form of greed and fear. I don't know if you study the chakras, but in the chakras, there's at the base of the spine, the lowest chakra is the Muladhara chakra. This is where fear, greed, anxiety operate from. And I feel like your brother is working from that energy center. You actually operate from the heart center, which means you're more transcendent. But I tell you, you're going to have to play tough on this one. I don't see him releasing anything to you unless you do it through proper legal channels. So I do hope your mother made a will. I feel that she did put something in writing that would be validated by an attorney. So you want to get that evidence. Write down also anything you remember you discussing. And if you can validate that with, as I said, in writing something from her, that's even better. But I have to tell you, I don't see him relenting. And I feel that if you want to get what's due you, you are going to have to get an attorney. Okay, so that's the best I can give you. But I want you also to pray to Archangel Gabriel. The reason why Archangel Gabriel, he's a very gifted, powerful angel, guardian. He guarded the Holy Family, and he always speaks words of truth. And Gabriel will help open doors of communication to get your case heard by the right attorney and get it solved. I see as we go into the new year in January, this finally being settled. So it's going to drag on a few months. But I'm going to send prayers your way. And if you do what I suggested, I think you'll have a good outcome. Okay? Blessings to you. Hope that helps. Thanks for writing. All right. Our next letter is from Sarah Hernandez. Hello, Sarah. Good to hear from you. Sarah's a longtime viewer here. Hi, Sarah. She writes, Dear Bob, my life is overwhelming. I've decided for a divorce. My awakening changed my life. How do you see me doing financially and with my kids? Please help. Hi, Sarah. Well, first of all, let me say I'm sorry that you're going through this. It's very hard when there's a breakup. One of the things that happens in marriage is that partners come together for the mutual benefit of and growth of each other. There's really a spiritual partnership that occurs in a good marriage. This is why the Catholic Church grants annulments. In an annulment, the church says there was never a true spiritual formation, a spiritual bond for a marriage. And that's how annulments occur. So there's a spiritual element that they recognize. And in your case, I feel that though there was a spiritual bond formed, I feel that your husband chose to not grow. And I feel that as you've opened your soul, your mind, your heart, you've made connections with the spirit realm, he's chosen to focus more on the material realm. And this is where the conflict is. An awakening does require a choice. It requires you to choose to follow your path. And I feel that at this time, you are going to choose to follow that path, and it will ultimately be the best for you and for the children. Financially, I don't see, too much disruption here. I do feel that there will be some challenges here for the next 2 months. But as we get into around October, this is where I'm getting a lot of light around you that feels to be much more grounded, much more stable. As I said, I do see you moving on. I do feel by October you'll have your own place. And I feel there's a new work assignment around you that's bringing more money. You do have silver and copper, your two predominant colors in your aura, which for me means that you will get stability and you will grow financially. But I do feel, as I said, the next 2 months, it's going to be a little tough. So you want to pray a lot, meditate, focus on good. Never approach this with hostility. I have to tell you, I feel he may be hostile and say some hurtful things. You just speak back and let me say, I have to do this. It's our time to move forward. I don't feel that he's ready to move forward, and I think you moving forward ultimately will bring you the greatest peace and joy, and also for your children. In the short term, your children are going to be not pleased with any of this. But the fact is, staying in a marriage that does not work will not bring them happiness. So the idea of like, well, we'll stay married for the kids, that really is not a realistic way to do things. Because unless there's true joy, happiness, true spiritual bonding with your partner, the marriage doesn't benefit anybody. So I feel that going forward is the best choice. Again, it looks like October is where I see transition that will bring stability. Hope that helps. Sending blessings to you. Thanks for writing me. Keep me posted. Okay, our next letter is from Taylor 6000. Hello, Taylor. Taylor says, hey, Psychic Bob. I really need your help. A girl that I know and I had a long relationship. Then things broke off really bad. It was so horrible without her that I couldn't eat for a month or more without throwing up. It has been about 6 months now, and I'm still completely in love with her. Is she my soulmate? If she is, how do I get her back? And if she isn't, how do I get over this and find my real soulmate? Thanks, Bob. Hi, Taylor. First of all, I'm really sorry you're going through this. This is very hard. There's nothing like a heartbreak to really throw our world into chaos. But have not fear. There's some light here for you. Before we get into that, I want to kind of clarify something. I'm not a believer. I know a lot of psychics talk about soulmates. I don't really believe in that concept. I don't believe that there's one person from eternity for everybody that's destined for all time, and you have to meet that person or you never have a soulmate. I believe that when we come into the earth, we have an entire group of people that are part of our soul group and part of our journey. So you can have friends that are soulmates. You can have lovers that are soulmates. You have family that is soulmate. So that soulmate concept isn't just limited to one person. The best relationships are ones that are focused on friendship. And I have to tell you, in your old relationship, I feel that you did most of the work. And I have to be honest, I feel that she was not able to meet you, in a sense, in the full commitment, emotionally, spiritually. And this rupture that occurred is about everybody's growing and changing. I feel your pain. It's hard to let go, and it does require grieving. I want you, though, to understand that I don't see her as your soulmate. And so I don't want you to put a lot of investment into this is the one, it has to be her, or it's the end of the world. I want you to say, I'm here to learn to love. And that was an experience in my journey. It ripped the heart out of me, but I'm still here. I want you to visualize in the middle of your chest a green light, a glowing ball. This is the heart chakra. And you need healing in this area because right now it's like your heart chakra is fragmented. So if you visualize a perfectly round sphere of glowing green light here in the heart area, that will start to restore that. And you'll start to get a perspective that allows you to be open to love again. In terms of timing around a relationship, I'm not seeing anything right now. It's not going to be till about January of 2017 that I see somebody new entering your life. I'm not going to give you details about who that is right now, and I'm not doing that to be mean or difficult. I know who it is, but I feel like I don't want you to jump the gun and start looking for them now because the timing's not right. And if you were to meet them early, you would not be in a place to really make it happen. So I'm, in a sense, protecting you from yourself, okay? So January is where I do see a meeting. It's not something you have to worry about. It's going to happen naturally, and it's going to be with a group of friends that you're hanging out with. And when you meet her, it'll be like, wow, I know. It's a different person than this other girl. But I feel like at that time, you'll be ready for a new beginning. I'm so sorry for your pain. But the way you get over it is you work on the heart chakra. You work on the love, learning to feel the light. Let that light permeate through your whole body. Bring that green light throughout you. And if you cry, let yourself cry. If you want to break something, break a glass or a plate, do that. You want to try to clear out all that pain. Because as you let that surface, see, a lot of times in our culture, we're taught repress the pain, ignore it. But if you let that pain surface and you release it, that will heal you. Okay? As I said, it's not going to be till January to make a new connection. So this next few months, I want you to focus on you. Don't worry about a partnership. The energy's not present for you, okay? And I have a saying, when the energy's present, then we are successful. Right now, no energy. Focus on healing, on you, on the heart chakra, okay? Sending blessings to you. Hope that helps. All right, let's see. This next letter is from Steve75. And he writes and he says, hi, Psychic Bob. How do I attune to the spirit world? I often doubt myself, but just wondering what the easiest way might be. Hi, Steve. That's a very good question. On the surface, that looks like a simple question, but actually it's very complex. How people attune to the spirit world really depends on their own psychic abilities and psychic gifts. One of the earliest or the easiest ways to start, though, is literally through meditation. There are two types of meditation. There's closed-eye meditation, where you close your eyes, and then there's open-eye meditation. Now, some people say close your eyes, go blank. No, you don't have to go blank. What you want to do is make each form of meditation what I call focused meditation. So if you do a closed-eyed meditation, you might want to practice bringing light into you. Try to see light moving through your body. This will, in a sense, raise your vibration and help you connect to your inner light, which is your spirit and your higher self. If you have trouble doing that, another method is to choose an object. Could be a sacred object, a crystal, a holy picture, could be a pentacle. Choose an object that has sacred meaning and put it in front of you and study it. Study every detail. Like, for example, if you were using the pentacle, study the angles, trace through the lines, feel the circle. Can you see it glowing? Do you feel power? Sense what the color is. What does the green mean to you? What would it look like glowing? Analyze every detail of that sacred image. That's another form of meditation. As you do that, it'll start to open vistas for you. Now, that's just the beginning. There are so many different ways. I could do like 10-hour video on this. But I'd like you to start just with those two. Try a closed-eye meditation and then try open-eye meditation. See which one works for you, okay? I also have videos here. I had one a few weeks ago, if you look through the queue, on black mirrors and working with those. That's another technique that a lot of people find really works for them. So look through my queue. It's like 2 or 3 weeks back. You'll see one say Psychic Bob discusses the black mirror. I think it was on a Wiccan Wednesday video. But that's another way, using a scrying device. So look up the word scrying and see my video also on black mirrors. But if you start with these techniques, I think that will start to build a connection. Also, you just want to ask, okay? Ask for angels to be with you. I pick up around you a spirit guide, by the way. I keep getting the name Tom Thomas around you. is the name of one of your guides. Fletcher said Thomas. I thought it was Tim. Timothy said Thomas. So it's Thomas is one of your spirit guides. So you want to ask Thomas to be present with you. You say, Thomas, help me connect. And you call him by name and you sit down and do that meditation. You'll start to get a connection. Now, don't worry if it doesn't come in 5 minutes. It may take a few weeks of doing it, but you will start to get an awareness of being guided and a presence, okay? Hope that helps. Let me know how it goes. Thanks for writing. All right, our next letter is from Donna Wolbach. Hi, Donna. Good to hear from you. Donna's new here. She sends nice letters. Hi, Donna. You know, I get so much mail, it's hard for me to answer, but I hope I can get something in here for you today. She writes, Hi, Psychic Bob. Hi, Donna. I was wondering if there's anything I am missing with bringing my vibrations up higher. Very good. Hi, Donna. You know, like I was just saying earlier to Steve here, that daily meditation is really the key. And I forgot to mention, Steve, this is for you too. You want to meditate at the exact same time every day. When you sit down at the exact same time, that gives the spirit world the ability to know you're going to be present, and they can arrange their schedule better to be there. You know, we all think, oh, well, we'll just call our guide in. But we forget our guides have lives too outside of us. So we want to respect and honor them. So when you talk about raising your vibration, I think working with a guide consistently at the same time every day is the key. It's really worked for me. When I was a young psychic in the spiritualist church, that's how I was trained, and I really do find that it worked for me. And I think it works for a lot of people. When you talk about raising your vibrations, also one of the things that you want to focus on, there's two kind of elements here. One is grounding, and one is raising your vibration. Now, initially, they seem like opposites. Like if you're grounded, you can't raise your vibration. But truthfully, once you ground yourself, then you're in a stable place to raise the vibration. So I would recommend for you, one of the things I'd like you to do is get the gemstone hematite. That will start to ground you down, because I feel like psychically your energy is kind of high strung, which does tend to indicate you have a psychic side to you. But you got to get that under control. Then you direct it through meditation. Also, I would encourage you to get a crystal. Well, other than that stone, I want you to also get a quartz crystal to put on a meditation area or to wear over your chest. That will help raise vibration as well. Okay. You do have a number of spirit guides around you. I keep picking up the name Mary around you. Mary. So there's a woman named Mary. She's dressed in Edwardian clothes. And I feel like she has a past life connection to you. But she's coming in. Fletcher says you're very psychic. She was a psychic. So her name is Mary. She was a psychic. And she's working with you. So I want you, as you meditate, call her in as well. Hope that helps. Blessings to you. All right. Let's see here. Our next letter is from Aesthetic Sloth. That's a cool name. You guys have the best handles. Aesthetic Sloth writes, Hi, Bob. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you. Well, I'm glad you're here while I try to do it. And I'm glad. I really am glad for your being here. Thank you. I've been looking to getting some crystals. Oh, here we are. Okay. Are there any specific crystals that you think I should get that would benefit me? Thank you. Well, you know, just like I was saying to Donna here, hematite's a wonderful crystal for anybody. It lowers negativity. It lowers anxiety. It'll put you in a central place. I'm today wearing a quartz crystal. This is one of my favorite gems. I recommend quartz crystal for anybody really starting out on the spiritual path. The reason why is it's really what I call the all-purpose crystal. Quartz crystal is pure. It allows you to work with all the energies of the body to channel through, like you can bring chakra energy through it. It will bring down the white light of the spirit world. Chakras are kind of an overall enhancer. They're like a battery. They will strengthen your internal energy center. At the same time, they provide a protective light that surrounds you. And they will illuminate your third eye. You know, you can take a crystal, a quartz, and put it up on your third eye as you lay down, meditate. That will help your psychic visions increase. I'll never forget the first time I did that. It was amazing. I really felt a real difference, and I got very sharp visions. That's where I learned about when my past life in Atlantis came through working with the quartz crystal. So I would recommend for you Aesthetic Sloth, also quartz crystal. This is probably the best stone. That and hematite. And as you work with those, you will start to yourself get a sense of what crystals are calling to you. When you're looking for a crystal, find one that speaks to you. Don't just go, oh, there's a quartz crystal, I'll buy it. No, take your time, look carefully at the crystals, pick them up, feel them. This crystal I bought actually at a beach store up in Delaware. And when I saw it, I just knew it was mine. I was in the shop and a lady, she custom made these, did the wire wrap. This is probably about 15 years old. And I saw it and the minute I picked it up, I said, oh my God, this is my crystal. That's how you want to know your crystal. So don't just buy anything because it's there. If it doesn't speak to you, don't buy it. Make sure it speaks to you. But those crystals will help you immensely, okay? Hope that helps. Thanks for writing. All right. Our next letter is Antoinette Martinez. Hello, dear. Good to hear from you. She writes, hey, Bob. I've been in a funk lately, and this happens a lot. I get depressed and feel lost. Can you tell me the reason for this? Thank you. Hi, Antoinette. You know, when I step into your vibration, I get two bands of light here. I get dark blue around you. Then I get a second band that's kind of gray static, like you know how TVs used to have fuzz on them, static. What this means is that you alternate between extremes of anxiety and then depression. Now, don't panic. Good news is that really points to you being very psychic. Sometimes psychic people have extremes in the emotional area because that energy that courses through the body really plays havoc with the nervous system. I would like you, first of all, to talk to a doctor if you haven't done so. And I'd like you to be looked at for anti-anxiety medicine. Because I feel like it's actually anxiety that is triggering your depression. I also feel that you tend towards seasonal affective disorder. And it's interesting this is happening now because we just had Lammas. At Lammas, the power of the sun starts to weaken. And for people that are very psychic, they can subtly feel that shift. For some people, it brings up fear, like things are dying. Am I going to die on a subtle level? For some people, it brings up past life memories of death. But I think with you, you're very sensitive. You're feeling that shift of the sun. So if you were to talk to a doctor about anti-anxiety and seasonal affective disorder, I think that would go a long way to getting you back on the right path. Sometimes doctors will prescribe medicines for depression. I'm not getting a sense that you need a full-on hardcore antidepressant. I think you would do better to work more on the seasonal affective side. They can give you certain medicines that enhance your light receptivity. I feel that is something I'd like you to at least look at and consider. And when you say you feel lost, that's the depression. Depression makes everything seem out of focus, and it makes you feel like there's no point. Don't give in to that feeling, okay? I want you to focus on, the light, really. And if you do the meditation also, like we were talking with the other people, the Aesthetic Sloth and with Donna Walbach, I'd like you to also get quartz crystal, because quartz crystal brings the light into your energy field. And if you have a light deficiency, which I feel you do because of seasonal affective disorder, quartz crystals raise that vibration, and it will help you to feel more awake and more empowered by that light. It really brings it in to the energy body. So, right now you've got to work a balance between the body, the mind, the spirit. So your body has chemical imbalance due to seasonal affective disorder and some anxiety. That's your body. Your mind loses its focus because of that. But your spirit can be the energy source to help stimulate both of those. So if you work with that quartz, it influences what we call the subtle energy body, which in turn helps the physical and mental bodies as well. But definitely, I'd like you to see a doctor. Don't be embarrassed. Don't think, oh, I can't go tell them I'm depressed. Listen, they're glad to help you with that. And mention to them and say, I could have this or that. Let them look at it. But I think that you'll find that if you can focus on the area of the anxiety and the seasonal affective disorder, that's going to go a long way to help balance out those mood swings you got, okay? Hope that helps. I'm sending prayers for you and blessings, okay? You're going to get through. You're powerful. I know you're powerful, okay? All right. I send blessings. Hang in there. You're going to make it through. Don't do anything extreme. If you start to feel like you're going that path, you contact me, contact, a counselor. Don't do anything radical, okay? Or self-destructive. That's not the way. And you know that. You're a high enough vibration. All right? Let me know how it goes, okay? Keep me posted. Well, guys, listen, that's all the time I've got for letters today. I am so truly thankful that you're here. I love all of you. I hope you'll stay here at Spirit Channel. If you haven't, hit that subscribe button. Be part of our channel. We'd love you to be here. And definitely go over to my website and get your free daily horoscopes. And again, link below, robert-hickman.com. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. You know what that means? Wiccan Wednesday. So we'll see you here for that. Blessings to you. Have a good night. And of course, next week, next Tuesday, we'll have another messages from the spirit world. Blessings to you.